If you're thinking about buying a home in Cincinnati here soon, I'm going to be showing you 3 brand new construction homes here in the Timberhill community in Fairfield. We're going to be looking at 2 of their villas. One is a 2-bed, 2-bath. One is a 3-bed, 3-bath. And then finally, at the end, make sure you stick around. I'm going to show you one from their classic series. It's the Barrett floor plan. It's 4 beds, 4 baths, almost 3,400 square feet. And you will not believe how tall the ceiling is in the living room. It's insane. All right, so first up is the Cameron floor plan. This one is a 2-bed, 2-bath, comes in at just over 1,700 square feet. And I'm gonna flip you around here so you can see it. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is a maintenance-free community. And so I'll let you see out here into the community. This is where all the villas are in this section of the community. And they do take care of your landscaping, so they'll mow your yard, all of that. You might even be able to see over there, they've got True Green out there right now, working on the yard over there. So, like I said, new construction community, there is still some being built, as you can see maybe over there. But let's focus on the Cameron floor plan right now. So right when you walk in, you kind of have what they have staged as an office. And as you come in here, we'll show you this first. So this is going to be the garage. So can easily fit 2 cars in here. Sorry if you hear the echo. Easily could fit 2 cars in here and you'd still have some room for storage. It even actually extends a little bit over here. So you could even potentially put like a rack, something like that here. You've got your outlets. You can have a water spigot indoors, which is nice to have inside. You don't have to worry about anything freezing over the winter. Got your brand new electrical panel there. Right here, this is going to be your HVAC and your hot water heater. Of course, brand new. And then here's your laundry room. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had somebody walking in. But here's your laundry room. You got your sink, washer and dryer hookups. A decently big size closet here. There is no light in here, so sorry about that. And I'm gonna save this part for a little bit later because that actually connects to the primary bedroom closet. So we'll start with this one right here. This is one of your guest bedrooms. And again, a decently big size closet. I know a lot of times in some of these homes, the closet can be pretty thin. This one does go back decently far, which is kind of nice, especially for a guest bedroom. You may not need a lot of clothes storage in there. And here's the bathroom, if I can find the light. There we go. So pretty standard. You got your like prefab shower fitting there. So nothing too fancy there, of course. And then here we have the kitchen, kind of kitchen, living room, a little formal dining room area as well. So I'll spin you around here and then we'll get a close up on it. Let's see if we can get some lights on in here too. This would be a great little nook to have if you're a coffee drinker. Put your Keurig or your coffee maker there, espresso machine, whatever floats your boat there. And I will say these are all brand new GE appliances, so that does come in with the home. I've seen some companies don't necessarily include the appliances in the home. This one is included as far as I know. You got a pantry here, lots of built-in storage and shelves here, which is great. And you do have a garbage disposal here, buttons right there. That's kind of a nice, sleek little button there. And you do have your electric fireplace right there. I don't want to show too much here, as across the street that is another person's home, so I'll give them some privacy. So you can see not a ton of backyard space. You do have that covered patio, obviously, and there's a bit of a privacy fence right here, but not a ton of backyard space. But it is nice that you are backed up to kind of trees and foliage, so decent bit of privacy if you're okay with, you know, hanging out there and hanging with your neighbors, basically. And then here is the primary bedroom. So you got pretty large windows here outside of the primary bedroom, let in a lot of natural light. And the first thing you'll probably notice, dual sinks, which is always nice to have in a primary bathroom. No tub in here, just a stand-up shower. I will say, I don't have one of these sliding doors. I've been told that they can get pretty clogged with hair and they can kind of be hard to clean. So something to keep in mind. This part right here might get a little bit dirty. You got a linen closet there. Bathtub's in a separate room, so you can shut the door if somebody's in here taking a shower or something like that. Another linen closet. And this is what I was talking about. Obviously a great sized primary closet, but I think what's really nice about it is, say you come home after a day of work, maybe you got some smelly clothes, you can just open this door up right here, go ahead, toss them in the washer right away. So I love that part of it. All right, so that was the Cameron floor plan. Let's go check out the next one, and that one's gonna be a 3-bed, 3-bath. All right, so we've moved on over to the Brody floor plan. Now this is still a part of the villas community that I showed a little bit ago, and I'll get you some more shots of that when we go outside. But again, this is the Brody floor plan. You're looking at a little over 2,300 square feet, so about 500 square feet bigger than the Cameron that we just saw. It's gonna be 3-bed, 3-bath, and you still have a 2-car garage. So I'm gonna flip you around. This one is not staged, which I kind of like. It'll give you a better idea of what you're getting just for the home itself, and then I can show you the differences. And because some of the things you saw in the Cameron were upgraded, for example, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but they don't include the fridge, so that's one thing. Still have your GE appliances. And I will include all the information in the description, including prices and everything like that. I think it's a little bit easier for me to put it there than to mention in the video, because you'll probably forget by the end of the video. So real quick, you've got, this could be another office, kind of like you had in the Cameron floor plan, if you wanted it to be an office, or a guest bedroom, nursery, whatever you want it to be. A decent sized guest bedroom closet there, and then right off of that you do have just a standard bathroom here, nothing too fancy about it, but always good to have one on the main floor if you're having guests over. They can have quick access to. This is going to be your garage. So again, you've got your 2-car garage. You have your outlets there, and this one actually has a little more space there, so you really could park 2 cars right here and still have plenty of storage here. Put up some racks, and then even like if you wanted to close it off, curtain or something like that, you still have your water spigot. And then this would be your entrance if you come in from the garage. You do have a closet right here with built-in shelving. This would be your washer and dryer hookup. Again, that is something you have to purchase. I know it was in the last one, but that was just because of a stage. I'm gonna save that door for a little bit later because that is part of the primary bedroom. And so this is your view as you walk into the kitchen slash living room and dining room. So this space honestly is a little smaller than the one we just looked at. I do think you are getting 500 more square feet here, but that probably was mostly taken up by the extra bedrooms. So something to keep in mind. I'm not sure if you can tell. Even with this one, even no furniture in here, you can tell this one's smaller. And this is going to be your primary here. So you have your AC right there. I would imagine you would probably still be able to hear that a little bit when it kicks on in the middle of the night. So something to keep in mind there. You still have your dual sinks. They don't have like the little storage flat space in the middle like they did the last one. Same thing, separate door for your bathroom, or sorry, your toilet. There we go. Third time's a charm. I got it right. Well, how can we turn on that light right there? There we go. So this shower looks a little smaller as well. You do have a bench there, I will say, that looks pretty small compared to the last one as well. Another linen closet. And then this closet, obviously your primary closet. Plenty of room in here, which I like. Just one level of built-in shelves, but obviously you could add another one, or you might be able to put dressers down here. I don't see any outlets in here. And then this right here takes you into the laundry. All right. And here's your little patio area again. So same thing, covered patio. And I don't want to show over there too much, but you can see, obviously if you add in a fence like they did, it'll give you a little more privacy. Or I should say, I guess that wasn't privacy, but if you have dogs or something like that, definitely a great option. And then this one actually has an upstairs. So this will be where the third bedroom is. And I do like this. So I mentioned some of the aspects of this one being a little smaller, even though it's more square feet, like the living room area and even the bathroom and the primary a little bit, but you are getting this right here, which would be a great hangout space. I could imagine if you had kids, younger kids especially, they would love to hang out here, whether they just have toys all over the ground, or maybe you put a couch here and they're playing video games, watching TV, whatever it is. They don't even have to go downstairs. They got their own bathroom right here. Very similar to the bathroom downstairs off of the guest bedroom. And then here is the third and final bedroom. There is no overhead light. Guys, for this one, I'm just going to show you clips, and I'll play some music for you, but real quick, I just wanted to show you this home instead of me talking through it, as it's an absolutely beautiful home, and I think it just kind of speaks for itself, or shows itself, I should say. So I'll just play some clips here that I got of the home. Just some information real quick. This is the Barrett floor plan, and again, we are in the Timberhill community in Fairfield. This one is a 4-bed, 4-bath. It has a 3-car garage, and it comes in at just under 3,400 square feet. Now, every home we saw is customizable, somewhere in the range of 2 beds to this one. You can actually get up to 5 beds and 5 baths. So just keep in mind, everything here is customizable. There's upgrades you can do So I just wanted to throw that out there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more new construction type videos, please let me know, or if there's something else you'd like to see, please comment below and let me know. As always, you can contact me. My information is in the description to either call, text, email, or book a call with me. Thank you.